Welcome back.
Already?
Yes,
Welcome
ma'am.
back. How's it
Thank
been to
you.
be back so far?
It's been good. The weather's, nice and cool. No, everything's been great. It's been good to see everybody's face again, and it's kind of a little deja vu moment, but getting back into it, learning what to do again, and offense has changed so much since I've been gone, so it really is a new experience.
Does it seem like old times in any way? It's
Oh,
been
of
10
course.
years, I know.
Yeah, it's been a decade, but there are some familiar faces. We're all old now. Julian and Slade and Guskowski, Tom, obviously. Mayo's back and coaching, and obviously the coaching staff has had some changes, but a lot of guys are still here. So there are some familiar faces, which makes it good. But there's also, as you mentioned, a different decade of football.
What made you decide to come back? Because it seemed like you were going to retire.
I was retired. I was done. I was done for a few months, and around, I would say, late April, early May, probably started thinking about it and made myself available. And there are really only about two places that I would consider playing, coming back here, and staying in New Orleans was another consideration that I would have considered. But once I made myself available, got a call, so I thought it'd be an interesting opportunity.
Did you ever think it might end up this way? That
No.
you might end up here?
I did not. You never know in the league. I mean, honestly, you never know if one practice is going to be your last day playing football. Honestly, to play for this length of time, I consider it a blessing. I don't think it's me. I think God just provided an opportunity for me to keep going. But you never know if you're going to come back. But I'm glad that I am.
Why were those the only two places you were considering?
Well, we live in New Orleans now. I mean, obviously, I just played there last year. We love that community there. Kids have a lot of friends at school, our church. Just the city itself. We really love the people there. And then obviously here is a place where we started. I mean, this is where our life started. My wife and I, when we came here, I was a rookie, wasn't married. Now we have 7 kids, been married 13 years. So this place is always special to us as well.
Did Gronk's decision not to come back and retire at all factor into your saying, oh, maybe there's more opportunity here? Or?
No, because like I said before, I was retired. I consider myself retired. I was processing as such, and I was moving forward as such. Until late in April, or like I said before, started thinking about it. So no, that wasn't a factor for me. And honestly, as we've seen before, guys feel like they may be retired, and then maybe they come back. So whatever happens, with his situation, he's a fabulous player, great player. I mean, a guy that I watched for a while. So his decision didn't factor into mine. It was more of a family decision, and really more of my wife and I talking about what that would look like for us if we decided to do it. What it would look like for our family, and just kind of weighing the pros and cons of trying to play again at this point.
With his not being here, though, does this give you sort of, and being back, being sort of the elder statesman of that position, do you feel like you sort of have like or is it too early to say a leadership role at that position right now?
I think I have a leadership role, period, in a locker room because I'm 38 years old. And so I think that's just what comes when you're an older player. Now, what happens in the locker room, what happens on the field are two totally different things. On the field, this is the ultimate meritocracy. And on the field, it's about learning what to do for me. It's about being consistent, making plays. It's about all the things that I learned as a rookie. When you come in, it doesn't matter what you've done somewhere else. It doesn't matter what you did last year. It doesn't matter what you've done through your career or where you've been. It's all about how you perform every day in practice, how you listen to meetings and those sorts of things. So I do consider myself to be a leader simply from a life standpoint, talking to younger guys. But as far as production on the field, that's something that's earned.
So you considered yourself retired. What was that thought process like, and what made you want to come back?
The end of last year, we played in the NFC Championship. We lost a game short, and I already kind of decided it was going to be a last year for us. Moved into that, started looking at other opportunities, broadcasting, player development. I mean, I was actively looking for other options and had a few options as well. And then as time passed, 2 months, 3 months, just started thinking, maybe we could do it one more time. And let's just see what's out there. Let's just see if there's an opportunity that would be worth it for us, and if the Lord is kind of leading us in that direction for whatever reason. And then when this opportunity again, I was really only thinking about a couple teams. A team that I played with before, namely Patriots in New England, and not having to uproot and go to a place that's totally new. That would have been tough for us. So.
Have you talked to Tom?
I've texted. You know, we text every now and then. I'm sorry, we text every now and then, every so often. You know, it's usually congratulations, you won another Super Bowl, something like that. Or for me, it's congratulations, you had another baby. You know, something like that. So we talk every now and then, but I look forward to seeing them in a couple weeks.
You mentioned the offense has changed a lot. How have you changed in the last 10 years as both a blocker and a receiver? How are you better? How are you more limited? How are you?
I think, you know, I've been a part of a lot of different offenses, and so there's an adaptability there. Look, I would have loved to play in one team for my entire career, but that wasn't my path. But with that, with moving from place to place, you learn how to adapt. You learn, you know, the importance of fundamentals. And there are things that you take from each place, whether it be in Baltimore or New Orleans or when I was in Cleveland or here. There are things that you take that you compile those together to make you the player that you are. And so, you know, I would say one main thing is mentally, I would say that, you know, obviously more mature, having been through a lot of ups and downs, a lot of tough times as well as times to celebrate. And I think that plays well for me, just moving into yet another situation.
The offense has changed. Has Bill changed at all?
You know, I would say yes. I would say everybody changes a little bit as time goes by. But the things that make him a great coach haven't changed. You know, and again, I've only been in one or two team meetings with him right now. I haven't been in a lot of them, but, you know, I've kept in contact with a lot of guys who've been here over the course of the last 10 years. And he still has very high expectations. He still demands excellence. He still puts in the work. He's always, you know, trying to find a way to make guys better, trying to provide whatever we need to be the best players and people that we can be. So there are some things that hasn't changed with him, but there also are some things I think that have.